breaking news moments ago, a major development in the war in Ukraine after weeks of pressure from Western allies. Germany announcing this morning it will send those Leopard 2 tanks to the war zone, joining the United States in doing so. Our Fred Pleikton joins us live in eastern Ukraine. Look, this is huge news, right? And very welcome news for Volodymyr Zelensky and all of Ukraine.
Yeah, it certainly is. And you already heard yesterday when it sort of was seeping through that this was probably going to happen, that the Ukrainians certainly are very happy. We just got some details from the Germans. They say that their main goal is to create, in the end, 2 tank battalions that the Ukrainians are supposed to get. That would be about 88 of these Leopard 2 main battle tanks. However, they also say that in a first step right now, they're going to send 14 of these tanks as fast as possible. The Germans also say they want the training for the Ukrainians to start as fast as possible. There was one interesting nuance that we got, Poppy, from the Germans as well. They're saying that they are going to give permission to other European countries that own these tanks to also send these Leopard 2 main battle tanks to the Ukrainians as well. That means the Ukrainians could get a lot of these tanks very quickly because a lot of European nations have these tanks. Now, of course, we know that all this came after some pretty tough negotiations between the Germans and the United States. In the end, the United States apparently relenting to also sending Abrams main battle tanks to Ukraine as well. Of course, the Ukrainians pretty happy to be getting tanks, both of German make and of American make in the not too distant future as well, guys.
And Fred, there's been quite the response this morning from Russia, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. And I was actually messaging with the Kremlin spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, a little while ago. And first of all, he was saying that obviously the Russians say that this will increase the tension here on the continent. He says that suffering will increase for the Ukrainians as well. He wrote that in a message to me, but really some strong words coming from the Russian ambassador to the United States. And he came out and he said that Abrams tanks that enter Ukraine will be destroyed by the Russians. Of course, the Russians so far have said that about pretty much every new weapon system that the U.S. and its allies have sent. So far, none of that has happened. And again, the Ukrainians really very, very happy with these decisions. Really believe they're going to get a lot more tanks than they had originally thought, guys.
All ahead of what is expected to be a real Russian escalation in the spring. So key timing. Fred, thank you for the reporting on the ground in Ukraine.